Ever found yourself holding an empty ice cream tub, wondering if it magically evaporated or if you just channeled your inner Dyson, hoovering it up faster than your kids can ignore you when it's chore time? Or maybe it was a family-sized bag of crisps that just disappeared and now you're left looking at the crumbs like they're evidence of a crime scene. Stress does strange things. It turns us into snack-seeking missiles with the efficiency of a mum cleaning before guests arrive. But here's the thing, emotionally it isn't your fault. You're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. Today I'm here to help you understand why stress makes us in-house snacks like a vacuum on overdrive, and more importantly, how to stop it before your next victim is that stash of chocolate you swore was just for emergencies. Now, we all have those moments when life feels like it's been written by a really dramatic soap opera writer. One minute you're holding it together, and the next you're standing in the kitchen, wondering if eating your kids' leftover chicken nuggets straight off their plates counts as a low point. Stress throws everything out of whack. It's like your brain suddenly thinks that the solution to every problem is in the fridge. But emotional eating isn't really about food. It's about trying to soothe yourself when life feels overwhelming. Unfortunately, that quick fix doesn't actually fix anything. It's like putting glitter on a crack in the wall. It looks fun for a second, but the problem's still there. Today I'm going to share 3 powerful strategies to help you break free from emotional eating during stressful times, so you can feel more in control and less like you're starring in an infomercial for snacks gone wild. And stick around, because at the end I'll share a quick mental reset exercise that will help you shut down those cravings faster than your cat knocks things off the counter. I'm Anthony Punchin, your favourite transformation coach, and I help women escape the endless yo-yo cycle of diets that make you sad, followed by chocolate that makes you happy again. So if you're ready to feel stronger, healthier and more confident without turning your life into a broccoli-themed boot camp, then you're in the right place. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It's like a virtual high five, but without the risk of accidentally slapping someone in the face. Alright, let's dive in. Emotional eating often starts with a trigger. Stress, boredom, or that I can't even moment when the washing machine floods, the dog eats your kid's homework, and you realise you're out of coffee all in the same day. Here's the thing though, it's not actually about hunger. It's your brain trying to comfort you like a well-meaning friend who shows up with wine and chocolate when you really just need someone to fix the Wi-Fi. The trouble is that quick snack fix feels good for about as long as it takes to chew, but it doesn't actually solve anything. It's like putting a tiny plaster on a flat tyre. You still ain't going anywhere. Yeah? So the first strategy to stop emotional eating is to understand your triggers. You know those moments when you suddenly find yourself tearing into the biscuit tin like it's a piñata full of answers? Well, those aren't random. They're your brain's way of saying, help, I need comfort. But here's the twist. It's not actually about food. It's about emotions. So next time you feel the urge to snack, take a breath and ask yourself, what's really going on here? Am I hungry, or am I just stressed, bored, tired, or trying to avoid folding the laundry? Research shows that pausing to identify what's behind the craving just for a moment can help you redirect the impulse. Think of it as a mini timeout for your brain without the naughty step. Now, let's get practical. Start by keeping a trigger tracker. I know, the idea of journaling might sound like something only Instagram influencers do between bites of their avocado toast, but hear me out. This doesn't have to be a full-on Dear Diary moment. Just grab your phone or a scrap of paper and jot down 3 things when the cravings hit. 1. What happened just before the craving? For example, was it a stressful Zoom meeting, an argument, or the existential dread of finding out that Call the Midwife just got cancelled? I don't actually know if Call the Midwife's been cancelled, by the way, so don't panic. Put the ice cream down. 2. How are you feeling? Are you overwhelmed, anxious, tired, annoyed that someone used up the last of the milk without telling you? 3. What were you craving? Sweet, salty, the entire contents of the fridge? After a week or so, patterns will start to emerge. Maybe you'll notice that your snack attacks always happen around 3 PM when energy levels crash faster than a toddler after a sugar high. Or perhaps stress meetings are your kryptonite. But once you know your triggers, you can plan ahead to manage them. Here's where the action steps come in. Step 1. Preempt the snack attack. If you know you're prone to a mid-afternoon munch, have something healthy and satisfying ready to go. Think protein-packed snacks like Greek yogurt, nuts, or even a banana with peanut butter. Basically foods that will keep you feeling full without sending you on a sugar roller coaster. Step 2. Use a distraction. When a craving hits, set a timer for 5 minutes and do something else. Text a friend, take a quick walk, or even scroll through funny cat videos. Yeah? Studies show that distractions, especially active ones, can help you reduce the intensity of cravings. Step 3. Practice self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for wanting that biscuit, remind yourself that it's normal to seek comfort when life feels overwhelming. Yeah? The key is learning to give yourself that comfort in a way that actually helps. Like deep breathing, stretching, or even just taking a few moments to do absolutely nothing. Yes, nothing. Revolutionary, I know. By understanding your triggers and creating a plan, you can start to take back control. Because let's be honest, the biscuit tin deserves a break, and so do you. The second strategy is to find healthier ways to cope. Look, food isn't the enemy here. Yeah, it's just playing the wrong role. It's like asking your hairdresser to fix your car. Sure, they might pop the bonnet and give it a go with a can of hairspray and some bobby pins, but unless your car runs on confidence and salon gossip, then you're not getting anywhere. Emotional eating's the same. It's trying to help, but it's just not built for the job. So first, figure out what you're actually craving. Not the crisps or chocolate, but the feeling behind them. Is it comfort, distraction, a sense of control? Once you've got that, you can swap in healthier ways to meet those needs. For comfort, try activities that soothe you without sabotaging your goals, like wrapping yourself in the fluffiest blanket known to humanity, sipping a cup of tea so fancy you feel like royalty, or putting on music that feels like a big hug. If it's distraction, dive into something absorbing, a puzzle, a book, or even that one cupboard you've been avoiding for 3 years. And if it's control you're after, then channel that energy into something productive, like planning out tomorrow or clearing your inbox. Sure, it's not as thrilling as crisps, but it's way more satisfying in the long run. Also, don't underestimate the power of movement. Studies show that even a quick stretch or walk can reduce stress and cravings. Bonus points if it involves chasing your dog or aggressively vacuuming while pretending to be in a Queen video. Finally, connection matters, yeah? Call a friend who gets it, join an online community, or vent to someone who knows the stress of juggling 50 things at once. Emotional eating thrives when you're isolated, so reaching out can break that cycle. Just maybe don't call that one friend who suggests margaritas as the solution to everything, unless you want your emotional eating swap to come with a cocktail umbrella. The key is this: cravings aren't commands, they're signals that something deeper is going on, and by listening to those signals and responding in ways that truly support you, you'll find a much better way forward. Now, the third strategy is all about mindful eating. I know mindful eating sounds like one of those wellness buzzwords that might involve sitting in a lotus position while staring at a kale salad. But stay with me, it's much simpler than that. Mindful eating is just about paying attention. It's slowing down and letting yourself fully experience your food instead of eating like you're in a competitive speed eating contest with yourself. Studies show that when we eat more mindfully, we're better at recognizing when we're full, which means fewer regrets and less of that post-snack guilt spiral. Here's how to do it. Start by sitting down. Yes, actually sitting down. No eating while standing in front of the fridge, like you're hoping the leftover pizza will whisper sweet nothings to you. Then take a moment to look at your food, smell it and appreciate it. It might feel silly at first, but trust me, it works. Take small bites, chew slowly and actually taste what you're eating. You might realise that you don't need as much to feel satisfied, or that the packet of crisps you thought was life-changing is just salty air with crunch. Mindful eating helps you reconnect with your body and its signals, so food basically becomes something you enjoy rather than something you regret. And the best part, no kale salads or lotus positions required. Now, as promised, here's a quick mental reset exercise you can use whenever cravings hit. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. And no, this isn't some Jedi mind trick. It's a proven method for calming your brain when stress is running the show. In fact, it's a technique widely used by therapists, first responders, and even elite athletes to manage anxiety and stay focused in high-pressure situations. Now, before we dive in though, if you're finding this helpful, then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for me. It's like giving yourself a little pat on the back for showing up today without the awkwardness of trying to actually pat your own back. Plus, it helps me keep making videos like this so we can tackle life snack-related crises. Snack-related catastrophes together. So here's how the 5-4-3-2-1 technique works. Look around and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. It's like hitting the pause button on your brain's Snack Now playlist and reminding it that you're not actually being chased by a tiger. You're just stressed about emails or dinner or the fact that your kid thinks that socks belong in the toaster. This exercise works because it shifts your focus to the present moment, grounding you in reality instead of letting your thoughts run wild. By the time you finish, those cravings will feel a little bit less urgent and you'll have a clearer head to decide what you actually need. So there you have it, 3 strategies to help you stop emotional eating: understanding your triggers, finding healthier ways to cope, and practicing mindful eating. Now remember, emotional eating isn't about lack of willpower, it's about your brain trying to handle stress with the wrong tools. And now you've got some much better ones in your toolbox. So, which strategy are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it works for you. And if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who could use a little bit of extra support. We've all been there, and sometimes knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. If you want even more tips to help you stay on track, check out the videos I've linked below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.